Hey guys, what's up? It's me. I'm back, and I have another doing a hot take on something here that I thought about, and I'm trying to make it as specific as possible. It has to do with why we do what we do. You know, I was thinking like, what's this video about? Is it about fame? Is it about, why I chose comedy, why I got into acting? I don't know how I'm gonna make it specific, so I'm going to try to go at the deepest level of it first and see where it goes. And it's basically where we're at in the world right now. I do it for my career, but everybody does it now. It's basically, why do we try to get validation from strangers? So I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about like my career of acting and comedy. And then I started thinking about social media and Hollywood. And I was thinking about like the pandemic. And one of the things that the pandemic has really taught me is time is everything. You know, time could be a construct, but time is valuable. Your time. And I don't know if it's turned 50. I don't know if it's a pandemic. I don't know if it's both. I don't know if it's with my age or whatever. But I'm just kind of like, don't want to waste my time. Just give a piece of me to people and things that really don't deserve it. And, you do that. You people please and you do this stuff. And so what I was thinking about is like, there's just a lot of things that aren't as important to me. I don't know if it's anymore or right now. And like, one of the things is just, why do we do this? Why do we why do we need validation from others? And it's like, why Hollywood can be difficult at times is because it is a town of imitators, not innovators. I don't know who said that. I think Michael Bay. There's a few people that are innovators, like, Michael Bay forged his own path. Quentin Tarantino, different people that you love. Lin-Manuel Miranda, But for the most part, it's a town of lemmings, And it's kind of like a symbol of planet Earth because people are kind of lemmings. And what I mean by that is like, no one really cares about you. No one really wants you. They only want you if someone else wants you, and that's what's sick. That's what's sick. Really show me somebody that cares about you when you're at your lowest point. They do, but it's very rare. It's few and far between. Think about it. So if I go in and I audition for, let's say, hopefully a movie, right? I got to put myself under the scrutiny of just the beginning of the casting director. Maybe I'll come in and it'll be, the producer too. Easier, if it's a bigger role and you got to get the studio involved and stuff. And it's like, I got to go through all of this stuff to see if you approve of me. And like two things have been happening. Like I'm starting to like get these like things that I've been like reading for. And I'm just going, why am I reading for this? Don't I have enough credits? Don't I have enough tape to see that I can do it? It's either you think I can do it or you don't. And it's really not that. It's just an exercise in futility, right? Because no one cares if you can do it or not. If you're a big enough name, meaning if they think they can sell your name, you don't have to do anything. And you just get an offer. And if you're a good sized name for a lower tier project, you can just get an offer. The town might consider B movies or whatever. And if you're a, middle tier name and it's a big project and it's like the town is like, to get in this is like so special. Then you gotta like jump through the hoops, even if it's like a cameo. And it's weird. Why is that? I'm not gonna do that anymore. I am not going to go out and try to impress people. I only want to work with people that want to work with me. Now I want to pick the right projects and I want to do what I care about. And like, I haven't been in the scripted stuff lately, but I have started reading these two scripts, and it's like, I don't know, if the world kind of goes back to somewhat for a minute, maybe I'll do something, I guess. But I just feel like the world is so crazy. It's like, are we really going to, I know you're making movies and I know movies are coming out and Netflix is releasing a movie an hour, but I just feel like something crazy is going to happen and everything's going to change, but maybe I'm in denial. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that I have people that love to work with me, and they might not have the clout that the town feels. They're passionate and they're talented and there's good stuff. It may not be like worldwide distribution, but maybe it can make a stink. And I think that's exciting and so there's other people that never have to read or do any of this stuff, and it's because they're hot or whatever. That's it. They're no more better or worse. They're just, blessed. And for some reason, I always feel like I'm always still an outsider. You know what I mean? I'm in the game. Everybody knows me. But it's like, there's only a few casting people that are just like, I'll never have to read you, Jamie. I know what you can do. Take a look at this. I'm going to bring you right to the director. If up to me, you'd get it. But there's a few people like that. But we're all like bowing to this like invisible power that's like bullshit. And the real power is you, right? You watching this video right now. If you believe in someone, whether it's an MCU character, whether it's a TikToker, whether it's someone who's a huge, SoundCloud singer, whatever it is, mainstream or not, you make them powerful. Then the machine of Hollywood gets involved and says, oh, how can I fucking help get a piece of that, right? And either they're going to help blow it up more, or they're going to fucking bury it, or they're going to fuck it up, or who knows. And it made me start thinking about this other stuff of what is it? I really started thinking like this. It took me a long time to realize that maybe my projects are enough to be all I need. Meaning, like, if you look at auteurs you like, they just want to make their own stuff. It doesn't mean they won't collaborate, but they're really passionate about what they do. And when I'm passionate about something like Jimmy Canning Experiment, that's my baby. I fucking do it, right? I'm passionate about Malibu. That's my baby. You know what I mean? I'm passionate about Heckler. That's my baby. Kicking it old school. That's my baby. You know what I mean? And there's all different levels to that. There's big, broad comedy. There's subversive comedy. There's reality comedy. There's thought-provoking comedy. There's documentary. There's a lot in there. You know what I mean? And when I'm passionate about it, I believe in it. It has to come out of me. It usually turns out good creatively. It doesn't mean it's a big hit or not. It comes out of me, and I make it well. But you get caught up and you're like, oh, so-and-so's doing this project and you got to work with so-and-so and so-and-so is doing, and so-and-so. And the next thing you know, you're like, well, so-and-so, oh, they're all in it. And this is like, we become this fucking massive, like a hive mind. And it's like, oh, we got to like, and it's more like you're doing the project to impress your peers. You got to make entertainment, art, whatever you feel it is, to satisfy your soul and to hopefully entertain the audience for what you're aiming it for. That's it. You don't do jokes for other comics. You don't sing songs for other musicians. You don't write for other writers. You do it for the people. Eventually, you want respect, but you can't go into thinking like that. You just have to do what you believe. I started thinking about this, and I started thinking about like social media is no different. Like you've got housewives out there TikToking. You've got, fucking people working at Panera, Instagramming, and by the way, they should. So what is this? What is this phenomenon? Which is, why do we need to impress strangers? I think one of the things that's fucked up is advertising about the unit. And what I mean by the unit is the family unit is advertised in Christmas cards and Easter commercials and, the NFL and good Thanksgiving, you and and all this shit. And it's just not really representative of most people. I think there are some people that have those type of families, but a lot of families are fucked up. They're all there. They're not there. They're all this shit. And so you're like, these people that fucking created me or birthed me or I grew up with in the same house, they don't get me. Some of them don't like me. I fight with them. There are people that get along, but I don't know what the statistics are. So I think when you're born into this thing, it's like a prophet is never a hero in his own home. You know that. So for me, I had a very secure upbringing, but I felt very understood. I only felt understood by the hood and only a couple people within my hood, my circle. And even then they were it was like one or two people that really got me as I was really getting to know myself. So for me, whether I was naturally funny or not, or it was a defense mechanism, it was probably a mix of both, coping mechanism, all that. I said, I got to go out into the world. That's why I think a lot of people that like when all these like comedians start, there's something called a bringer show where you have to like, some people, I never did this, but like, I was lucky it was different then because it wasn't as big as it is now. And, you bring 13 of your friends or 14 of your friends and then they pay, and then the guy who books it gets all this fucking money, and then you get stage time. And so these people, if they support you, they're like, oh my God, you're amazing. It's about but it's the dumbest thing because it's not real, right? So it's like people go to theater, like they do improv groups do that, or you're doing a play and your whole family comes down and watch you. Like that was never me. Like no one ever encouraged me to be an actor. They thought I was crazy, but they knew I was funny. Like they would reluctantly laugh at me. They're like you're gonna get in trouble. And like I would just go so deep and commit so hard until I broke their fucking ass and made them spit out their milk. And I'm like, see, because I got them. And so I didn't want these people coming to see me on stage. All that shit of people like bringing their friends. You're so me. That's all bullshit. Like, that's why I tell anybody, if you have that, I don't know how good you're going to be. At least in the beginning, I didn't come from supportive. I didn't come from haters, but I just came from, you can't fucking do that. I want to escape all these people, right? I want to escape all those people. I don't want these people judging me. That's why I'm in. That's why I'm traumatized, right? Churches and families and, they're not bad people, but, fucking teachers and stupid bosses and middle managers and all this shit. Fuck that. I'm fucking going out and I'm going to go to fucking Temecula and I'm going to fucking do a show at a fucking Tony Roma's and I'm fucking getting laughs. Woo! Well, that's why I do it. I do it because wanted that validation that I didn't get from, what the media says I should have got my validation for. My mother should have rocked me to bed every night. My dad should have threw a baseball. We should have hit it together. And me and my sister should have read books together. And me and my brother should have, played tag and, whatever. I mean, that just didn't happen. You know what I mean? And that, that's what's fucked up. That's why a lot of us are fucked up because we're sold a bill of goods and it's just like, oh, that's what it's like on Channel 6. And then your fucking brother grabs your fucking head and throws a football at it and goes, smell my fart. And you're like, what did I do? You know what I mean? So, yeah, you're fucked up. And I think a lot of the shit that happened to me, I'm just fucked up. Because I just mind my own business. And the reason I'm cagey is because I'm like, too many people fucked with me. So I'm like, what the fuck's up? Like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't ask for that. Like, I was minding my own business. I was smelling the flowers, enjoying my day. And eventually people fuck with me and I get crazy. So that's why I went out and I started to get validation from people. And I guess but all these people the funny thing is that you're on social media. Why do you want validation? Narcissism, something's lacking within you. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. I have it too. But I was thinking about how crazy it is to go into Hollywood because you basically are going into people that don't like you. Unless you're super encouraged. If there's a whole group of people out there that are like, please come to Hollywood. We'd love to see you, without paying thousands of dollars to John Casablanca or some bullshit school or some sort of bullshit program or some bullshit. So to me, it's like Hollywood is like, they neg you. It's a psychology is like, if you have 10 things online that are positive about you, you react to the negative one. And you have to resist not to comment. Why can't you give 9 people hearts? I practice that. The people that give me hearts, I heart them back. Heart you. I love you. Heart you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Someone's negative, try to ignore it. Don't block it unless it really hurts my feelings, or just fucking go say something. But at the end of the day, don't give it any power because it's like not going to help you. And I was thinking about why we do that. Why are we always trying to go to places? Why are we always trying to get into the club? Like you see lines. Oh, this is the hottest club. You can't get in here. Here's the line. Oh, this is the hottest movie. You hopefully get a call back. Oh, this is the hottest record label. You got to do this. Oh, this is the hottest TikTok party. You got to go. Like what? Why? Oh, there's ropes. Like, it's a metaphor of the Hollywood red velvet rope is a metaphor for life, for everyone, not just people in Hollywood. You know, oh, this Super Bowl party, or you got to go to that one, or so-and-so's wedding, you didn't get an invite. Like, why do we do that? Why can't it be like, hey, man, you want to come in? That's cool, you know? Or, you know what? I don't want to fucking go over there. You ever, like, get into a party that you eventually get into, and it's, like, supposed to be this hot party, and I'm standing around, and you're like, it's not fun. It's not fun. And I think that's what the pandemic taught me more than anything. I'm having like this life-changing thing, and it's like I've been chasing the dragon for so long, and I've done so much, and I've ridden this dragon, and I love it. But I'm not. You know what? I know my worth. I know my legacy. And as time goes on, my legacy just grows. The good and the bad. There's as many memes about Son of the Mask too as there is for Randy. Boiler Room's coming up, and Three Kings, and Max Keeble, and Tremor. It's like, it's crazy. Like, I'm so happy, like, the amount of stuff I've made, this imprint of pop culture. I have to go away for 10 years and the internet would be shut down for you not to know me. And still you're going to fucking know me because someone's going to have a fucking beta disc. I've made my mark, and I'm still going to make my mark. But now I'm like, I am the entity of me, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I go to, this weekend I'm going to a con, and I'm happy to go and get with the fans that get with me. You know, I'm going to play the comedy shows. I only want to do it if they're fans of me. I don't want to waste your time. I want to waste my time. I want to make the movies I want to make and give them to the fans that enjoy it. And if you don't, let's not go there, you know? So I guess what I'm trying to say is, and we have this ability now. We can put it on these tools. We can put this on YouTube. We can put this extra on Patreon. We can put it on Roku. I can put it on iTunes. I can put it anywhere, you know. And big media wants to get involved, and Spotify, and with all this stuff, and you know, other Paramount Plus or whatever. Great, you know, as long as we're all happy, let's do it. But other than that, I think you got to appreciate who appreciates you. That's what I'm learning. I'm going to say this for myself, not you. You have to do your own thing. But what this pandemic taught me is I want to appreciate who appreciates me. I don't want to overlook the great things that the people that love me and care about, you know, in my personal circle and in my fan circle, if I could say that, or, you know, people that enjoy my work circle. That's what I want to do. And I think we can do that now. I don't know if this made sense, but it made sense to me. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please, you know what to do. Come on, man. We're growing here. If you like it, put the bell on so you get an alert. If you dig it, hit the like button. And if you want to talk about it, leave a comment. Much love. Peace.